Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Josh here, bringing you guys a quick, I guess it's not really a tutorial this time. I want to introduce you guys to me, my goals for the account, things of that nature. This is more of a free video where I'm just gonna talk for about 9 minutes and give you some background about me, my personal life a little bit, my account, what I want to do with this specific channel. um, and why I wanted to start this channel. So it's gonna get a little messy in here, guys. So um, yeah, I recently so I'm gonna go over like what I just did recently. So if you look, I got 55 Slayer recently. Um, like about a day or two ago. I literally just finished my Unholy book and bought all the pages and stuff like that, filled that up. So you can see I'm just training here right now. You can get a good look at my stats. So I've been using this account for a I don't want to say a super long time, but I was on and off on this account for a little while. That's how I've been with RuneScape all my life. I've been playing since I was at least like 17, maybe 16, when OSRS was, that was it. It was just like '07. That's pretty much when I started, a little bit before that actually, with my RuneScape journey. Um, I always enjoyed this game. I enjoy ranking up, leveling up. I enjoy the grind. You can see I got a nice fossil there, even though they're worthless to me now. But RuneScape I've always been on and off. I always had a love-hate relationship with it. It's just one of those things I just can't. I don't want to say can't, but I usually don't stick with it for longer than a month or two at a time. Usually I'll get bored or I'll get caught up with other things going on in life, and then I'll just stop playing, to be honest. That's how it's always been. But again, I started this account, I want to say about 4 or 5 months ago, I want to say. So you can see the progress when I keep switching back and forth between the stats. So I don't really know life. More uh, more recently, I've been doing um, I want to say about 3 to 4 hours, not every day. 3 to 4 hours, maybe 3 or 4 days a week at most. On the account anymore. I work full time. Um, Hours are kind of iffy, and then I'm always going to the gym and doing stuff outside of that, and girlfriend, and I'm sure you guys all know how that works. Yeah, just a lot of stuff going on. So I don't. This is just something I enjoy doing in my free time. So I recently upgraded my whole setup here, so I actually use a dual monitor setup now. Got monitors for crazy cheap, and they're nice. Um, I bought a pre-built tower, so it was already built. It's about 2 or 3 years old. I saved a heck ton of money. It's really good. It runs good. Everything is good with that. So it has a nice graphics card in it and stuff like that. So I got a crazy deal on that. So I've been using the dual monitor setup, and I really love it. That reminds me, guys, if you're enjoying this, if you enjoy this channel, you want to see more videos, I would subscribe, like, and drop a comment if you have any questions for me. Your interaction is going to help the channel grow, and if the channel is growing, then I'm going to be more motivated to produce content for you guys. This is mostly going to be um, towards people that are Obby Maulers, more than likely. So see, this is an Obby Mauler channel. If you guys are into that stuff, then cool. If not, it is what it is. Um, but I'm trying to deliver you guys some good content that you will like. So again, my name is Josh. I don't even know if I mentioned that to you. So my name is college. So I have my associate's degree in graphic design. I went back for my bachelor's. I went for about a year and a half. They still wanted me to go another 2 years to get my bachelor's. So nobody ever tells you that stuff in school. So if you transfer schools, make sure all your credits transfer. I got really screwed with that. So just something to keep in mind is, rack up the debt like I did. So now I got a decent amount of debt and no degree. Don't do it. It's a trap. I want to give you guys some other tips about 55 Slayer. Getting 55 Slayer was a grind, to say the least. You guys probably know the grind. You're probably working on it now if you're not finished already. Um, Really, you just gotta have patience with it, guys. So I believe my method to begin with was to get. So I didn't know this at first, but if you're going to be doing the diaries, I wouldn't recommend starting those until about 30 Slayer. If I could offer any tips to you guys, just wait um, till 30 Slayer to start doing diaries because well, I mean, it's not that big of a deal now, but um, I did the Varrock diary first before I even had like I don't even know like 20 or 25 Slayer at most. It might have been lower than that when I started doing the diaries because I was so used to old school. I didn't know any of this other stuff, so I was doing some reading up on some reading. And essentially, I saw that the Varric Armor 1 was the best plate you can get, and I was just so excited to get that. So, the first diary I ever did was the Varrock, and I did it too quick, if that makes sense. So, as always, I would recommend getting the 30 Slayer so you can use your XP lamps on Slayer. You want to be using everything on Slayer. It's the best way to obviously get there the quickest. Again, it doesn't make that much of a difference now. It was only like 1 or 2k experience, but I wish I would have known that beforehand that you can't bank the XP lamps. I probably should have known that, but my own little silly mistake. Um, and then you guys want to make sure that you do the questing for Fossil Island and do all the requirements. I don't remember the exact requirements for everything. You could look it up if you haven't already, but there's a lot of stuff you want to make sure you do and take care of. Um, that's like top priority because the quickest method to getting fossils is obviously the woodcutting method, and these um, killing these ammonites is not the fastest way by any means. Um, to get fossils, if you're going strictly for fossils and get the 55 Slayer the fastest, I already made a video on it. You guys want to be doing the woodcutting method. You guys will be able to find the link at the end of this video, or maybe I'll post it right when I'm talking about it right now. We'll see. But there will be a direct link to the video if you guys haven't seen that one yet. Um, you're gonna be able to get a lot of experience from doing the fossils. You should be able to get 120 to 140k. I don't remember the exact number on that, but um, what I ended up having to do was, since I didn't do one small favor yet, you guys can do that. I didn't want to do all the prerequisite requirements for that. I'd rather just, for me, it was easier to end up finishing out the diaries. So I did all that. I finished out the rest of my diaries after I got the maximum amount of Slayer I can get from the XP lamps from the fossils. I ended up doing exactly what I said. So finishing up the diaries, I had like 4 or 5 left. I finished those up, used them all in Slayer. And then I ended up being about around 54 Slayer. So I decided to just grind out for like a few hours, like 4 or 5 hours, to just grind out the 55 by doing actual Slayer. Um, that was easier for me than to do all the questing for one small favor. Although it probably would have saved me time. Yeah, I think you get like 2 10k XP lamps. So I mean, if you guys want to quest out Slayer, you can. You could do quests. So honestly, you could do the quest. You can get the fossils, and you could do whatever else you need to. But it looks like my time has come to a close. This video is over. I will catch you in the next video, guys. Bye.